Hey everyone, if you're not in here, I'm not going to be on here too long. I just wanted to talk about getting out and walking today. I'm at a location. It will be an undisclosed location, but you can see there's things to see, right? Maybe not the nearest truck-friendly places, but it's still things to see and look at. Hello, whoever's here. There's some cool things out there. I know you know where I'm at, Gary the Freight Shaker. How you doing? Hello, Larry Fisher. Hey, and Larry, you asked about working for a regular pay thing, like you were talking about. I have ran trucks like that before and paid drivers salary, and sometimes it's turned out bad because the drivers have a tendency to get complacent in time. But if you don't have a lot of experience, I mean, if you're under that 2-year mark, it can work out pretty good. So it can go either way on that. I meant to message you back on that, but it was easier just to say it, and I figured I would see you on here. Isn't this a lovely sight, Gary? I never saw that ship there all the times I've been here. It's always been nighttime maybe, right? But you know how it looks here. Hello, Jenny. How are you today? At nighttime, this canal over here is all lit up like a casino for some unknown reason. Let me turn the other direction. I don't want to show their sign. They might get upset with me. Yeah, she's down in her back right now, so I'm not going to pick on her at the moment. But I plan to be picking on her again next week on a regular basis, because that's what I do, right? I like picking on her. She's a good old hand. But anyway, I'm hanging out over here and my trailer is missing. So I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit while they try to find my trailer. I'm also gonna do this in a 360 video, and maybe I can put it to some music. Hey, Granny Monster, how are you, you beautiful lady? Everybody go over and check out Granny Monster. She's the most supportive lady in the business, and I'm telling her I think we can find her a trucking man on here and turn her into a trucker too. Maybe. So I'm loading over here at Gary the Freight Shaker knows where, and I'm going down to Georgia somewhere. Gary probably knows that too, because he knows things. We should always have goals, ain't that right, Granny? Hell yeah. But it's a beautiful day out here today. It's 48 degrees. I wouldn't want to get in that water though. Yeah, I think some companies get upset if you film on their property. So I don't want to make them mad. But we could go to the casino over there if we really wanted to lose some money real quick if they can't find my trailer. How's everyone doing today? This is not the fastest type of communications in the world, is it? I really don't like it. Too bad I can't get over to that ship. No, don't worry, Granny, I won't do the casino. I'm still a quarter guy. You know, the ones you put quarters in, I'm okay with that. I'll drop $5 and walk away. Right, we don't want to show no names up here. I could see them getting irate. But hey, it's a light load. And it's 800 miles, right? I didn't want to go over 7 actually, because she's not going to be driving tonight, so it's going to be, I'd rather be able to deliver it. They had a load for me out of New York City, and I told them, you know what? I ain't going to New York City unless you want to pay me another $500. So I came to Buffalo instead. Oh, did I say where I was at? Okay, I'm in Buffalo. Hello, Happalog. How are you doing today? But I think it's pretty cool loading up under this big old bridge. It is, Granny. This is an inlet that leads to Lake Michigan. Or is it Lake Champlain? Heck, I don't know. It's one of those New York lakes. Probably one of them that big monster Nessie or Champ is hanging out in, right? I think there is a big predator in that water somewhere. It's probably a catfish though. Just saying, it could go either way. Does anybody know what that big building is there? It looks like a Superdome or something. It says the Key Bank Center, whatever that means. Bet you could have a party in there. Yeah, you're right. Nessie is a cousin's pet monster. That's true. I need to go over and see Pet Monster. I ain't seen him in a couple of days. Yeah, the podcast thing. I thought about that like 15 years ago, and I really wanted to get into it, but I couldn't find a sidekick that would work good with me, I didn't think, so I just let it go. And good luck to the coach on that, right? He needs all the help he can get. Well, you know what I mean. I ain't picking on the coach or his eyebrows. But you know what I mean. Hey, but Thor was right. As we get older, things happen in our bodies, right? Are you doing podcast, Granny? I didn't know that. Maybe you can help me get involved in something like that. I don't know if I'll have time, but I wouldn't mind doing something like that. It was just starting out back when I wanted to do it before, and I did have a guy that I worked real good with, but I just wasn't, I couldn't trust him to always show up and do things we wanted to do. And all he ever wanted to do was interview lot lizards. All right, Granny, I appreciate that. Not that interviewing a lot lizards isn't interesting, but it's kind of demeaning on them, I feel. So I didn't want to do just lot lizards. I wanted to talk to everyday Joes, like you guys. Because boy, we got stories. We can't put all of our stories on here, or YouTube would just curdle. Yeah, it would just wither up and ban us. But you know that. Hey, Jenny, have you found anything out about that truck yet? Let me know. I'm waiting for that video. But anyway, this is a good place to get out and walk. If you're ever in Buffalo and you're here, I hear you. No lizards there, Larry. Yeah, if you're ever here, get out and walk around. Just stay out of the water. It's probably poison in there. Probably full of mercury and lead. Or something toxic that would... Look at that duck go. Oh, I hope she's doing better. Did y'all see that duck going? You can only get that on live TV. Hey. Yeah, duck's got a feathery ass. Would anybody live on that? Because I certainly would live on that boat right there if it didn't get 3 miles to the gallon. You wouldn't ever be able to go nowhere because you'd be eating up all your fuel. I could probably hook you up with one like that, Granny, but you'd have to live in Vidoc on the Ohio River, and I don't think we can get the boat back in the water unless we have a flood again, because that's how we got it out of the water, and it only got 3 miles to the gallon with the big Detroit diesel engines it had. So now it's sitting up on dry land in my cousin's backyard. It'll probably become scrap metal. But my cousin lived in it for years, and it was really cool. It was his party pad. Kind of like a dream place. And he's an old guy. Well, you know all about the Buckeye, don't you, Granny? But it's Kentucky. It ain't the Buckeye. You know, we marry our cousins and sisters and stuff down there, I've heard. This is not a correct statement. I think that's actually Arkansas if that goes on it. But, you know, people believe that about us because we talk bad. And you know the way we pronounce words is the right way. It just don't sound like the right way. We do use syllables to each other. All right, you're twice over a brother then, aren't you there, Gary? From the Cincinnati area. That's right. Ain't nothing wrong with second cousins. They're legal, even in Kentucky, right? Or New York, I should say. New York. Anyway, I just wanted to take a little minute to come in here and talk to you guys. I often put the accent on the wrong syllables. No, Granny, you do the best voices of, I mean, not that we've personally met, but you do the best voices. I love it when you do multiple voices and videos like that. It's so entertaining. You know, when you do that British thing or Australian or whatever, it's lovely. You are so talented. But that's what you are. You're a performer. I'm just a dirty old truck driver trying to make my way. But I like watching you. How are you doing down there in Texas now? I mean, I've seen it. Looks like you're doing real good. I've watched your videos. I'm starting to get cold out here, guys. Well, I better go over here. That's right, Granny, we brung it. We sure did, and I appreciate that. We gotta foment this brotherhood of man, not just brotherhood of truck drivers, guys, brotherhood of man, because we are all the same. There are more truck drivers sitting on a couch watching NASCAR today, or whatever day NASCAR runs, or watching football than there are driving on the road. So we gotta remember that. They've all quit and got new jobs, and we're out here taking their place as the new generation. Or they're, you know, old and retired or whatever, but they're still truck drivers. So that's why we're gonna foment this brotherhood of man plan that I'm initiating here in a few weeks, and I will let you in on it. I've got my ride, Granny. I ain't leaving my ride. It's got the dogs in there. I gotta find my trailer. There are 2 trailers here, but they ain't got my name on them. So I gotta go have a talk with them. But guys, I am gonna have to go in here and take care of business before it gets dark. Hey Rusty, how are you doing? Happy days to you. You guys go over and check Rusty Faith out. He's another positive, happy channel, just like Granny Monster. And they're old friends of mine, and they're good chaps. But I got to run, guys. I will certainly do that, Gary. I've got about 5 more hours to run, so I don't want to waste daylight because I'm fighting with that 14-hour clock. But I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out and carry on. Have a great day.